Tonight's starting defense, number 7 at end, Hunter Zipla. At quarterback, number 24, Cody Schmidt. At linebacker, number 35, Derek Tuttle. At defensive back, number 38, Colton Kokolka. At linebacker, number 41, Aaron Peckham. Another linebacker, number 47, Justin Mortel. At defensive back, number 49, Xavier Vicente. At tackle, number 54, Gerardo Gonzalez. At linebacker, number 56, Trent Layton. At tackle, number 72, Tristan Holden. And at end, number 88, Hunter Miller. The Papermakers are under head direction of Jason Becker and his assistants Randy Beach, Paul Lieber, John Kakolka, Pat Waldenberg, and Sean Woods.
Hello everyone and welcome to Holland Field for an evening of high school football. The Papermakers hit the conference trail tonight. They play host to the Mauston Golden Eagles in a South Central Conference football matchup. My name is Tom Kirst. Joining me is our cameraman, Mr. Jim Allen. We're certainly glad you could join us also. Our thanks go out to Nekoosa High School and River City's Access, helping us bring you presentations of NHS sports. Well, with the non-conference portion of the schedule complete, Nekoosa now sets their sights on another league title. The Papermakers have been league champions the past 4 seasons, 19-1 in South Central Conference play during that time. This is a new campaign though, and the conference seems improved, so it's going to be an interesting conference season. Mauston's off to a pretty good start. They dropped their first 2 ball games on the year. Last 2 weeks though, they bounced back, defeated Belleville and Wisconsin Heights. The Golden Eagle offense has been running full throttle in those 2 games, put up a total of 74 points in those contests. Their running team, their leading rusher is Pat Cawley. He's rushed for 44 times this season, 363 yards and 5 touchdowns. Nekoosa opened the season with 3 wins, 1 over Amro, and game number 2 over Byron, Illinois, and then week 3 brought a victory over Poynette. Last week, though, the Papermakers tasted defeat, losing 20-13 at Columbus. Mauston with the football, and a good return out over the 40-yard line, or at least near the 40-yard line.
Smith brought down by Colton Kokolka.
Not sure who the returner was. I thought I heard Sebastian Smith, but didn't catch a number. Anyway, it's going to be Mauston's football. They mark it right at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. A little different look from Mauston here as they start in the gun. Craddockville is the quarterback. He finds a receiver in the flat. That's Jacob Schiller. Schiller a short gain to about the 42.
Jacob Schiller on the reception.
According to the statistics I've seen, Mauston has not thrown the ball a whole lot this year, so that's a real surprise to see them throw the football on 1st down. And again from the shotgun. Wingback on the right side, a wide receiver as well. They run the football this time. That's Cawley with the carry. And he takes out across the 45-yard line. Nice gain, about 3 yards short of that 1st down.
Cawley with the run.
Cawley, the leading rusher for Mauston.
3rd down.
So now the Golden Eagles 3rd and about 3. Little trickery with the massive shift before the snap. Again from the shotgun. Cawley one more time, left side. He's got a 1st down across midfield. Brought down by number 49, Xavier Vicente.
Tackle made by Xavier Vicente.
But not till he picked up 5 yards and that 1st down. Nekoosa did a pretty good job last week against Columbus, controlling their ground game with 2 exceptions, 2 long runs, both for scores. It really cost him the ball game. They run the right side this time with Colley.
Colley again with the run, brought down by Hunter Miller.
Hunter Miller, the defensive end, in on the stop for Nekoosa, but again, a good gain of about 5 yards for Colley. Nekoosa topped Mauston last season, 54-14 down at Mauston. Pretty lopsided affair, really. This time the quarterback keeps the football.
Ralph Croddockville on the carry.
Croddockville, maybe a gain of 1.
Down by Trent Layton. Third down.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Eagles. Threw the ball the first play of the game. Short pass into the flat. It's been nothing but run since then. 2 receivers line up right, 1 left. 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback Croddockville, and Mauston takes a timeout. So early timeout taken by the Mauston offense. 9:27 to play yet here in the first period. I mentioned this is the first night of conference play. Other ball games tonight feature Wautoma taking on Adams Friendship and Wisconsin Dells down at Westfield. Through the non-conference 4 weeks, everybody suffered at least 1 loss. Nekoosa and the Dells had the best records. They stand at 3-1 on the year. Westfield and Mauston 2-2, and Adams Friendship and Wautoma 1-3. Last week, by the way, of course, Nekoosa dropped that ball game to Columbus. Mauston defeated Wisconsin Heights. Lakeside Lutheran clobbered the Dells 53-20. Waterloo snuck by Adams Friendship 17-14. Wautoma got their first win, a 26-20 victory over Lake Mills. And New Glarus Monticello pounded Westfield 48-20. 3rd down and about 4 now for the Eagles. Colley tries the right side. Pretty good pursuit that time. Aaron Peckham, Tarek Tuttle both in on the stop from those linebacker positions. And they hold Colley a bit short of that first down marker. Needed 3, got 2, and I'm sure you're going to see the Golden Eagles go for it here. Done a pretty good job up front. Very little penetration thus far by this Nekoosa defense. You see the thing come up with a big play here on 4th down. 4th and 1. And again, the shift. Colley, left side. Again, pretty good blocking, and I think he's got a first down. Close to the sticks. I'm watching the far side official, and he's pretty much closely lined up with the stick. Now they're going to move it. No, they're going to measure it.
Timeout for a measurement.
I'm not really sure what you call this offense, but I've seen it before. I remember Pittsville used to do this in high school many, many years ago. But the offense for Mauston actually has 2 people in a shotgun formation, and the snap will go to one or the other. And then all kinds of variations off of that.
First down.
It is a first down for Mauston. Their second of this drive. You can tell Nekoosa scouted Mauston. And those big shifts that we're seeing Mauston use, they've done this twice already in the game, but Nekoosa has stuck to their guns, have not come across the line of scrimmage either time. Little inside reverse this time, nothing doing. Trent Layton all over that one.
Tyler Ruff takes the handoff, brought down by Trent Layton. Short loss on the play, second down.
Tyler Ruff was the ball carrier. He loses one. And again, that's really the first time Nekoosa's got some penetration into that Mauston backfield. One receiver left. Man in the slot left as well, and a wingback on the left side, and they run that way. Colley, big hole this time before Tuttle comes up.
Colley brought down by Tuttle.
And meets Colley at about the 35-yard line. So that more than makes up for that poor first down play as Cawley picks up 9 on second down. That's a really nice night for football tonight. The only minus really is we've had a little bit of rain. It's not raining now, and the showers we have had been very, very minor, but I'm sure that grass just a little bit slick out there for these football players. Third down and about 3. Cawley. He's got a first down near the 25-yard line.
Cawley again with the carry, brought down by Hunter Miller. First down, Golden Eagle.
Boy, I tell you, Cawley's catching that ball in the backfield, and there are some pretty good gaps for him to run through right now. Mauston doing a nice job offensively. They've really dominated the quarter. Of course, this is the first possession of the game yet. They've taken 5 minutes off the clock already. A little slow getting out of the huddle this time, though. They have 5 seconds to get the play off. And they do. They're going to throw it. Cawley in trouble. He goes down. Justin Mortel, blitzing from the linebacker position, brings down Cawley. And that's a big first down play deep in Nekoosa territory. A loss of about 7. And now Mauston facing a second down and 17, the ball back at the 32-yard line. Boy, that's interesting why Mauston all of a sudden would go to the air, or they were just pounding the ball on the ground. One receiver split. He's on the right side. Ball's lobbed into the air, up for grabs, and Nekoosa comes down with it. Colton Kokoka with it. Still on his feet, breaking tackles. An incredible return by Kokoka. He must have broken 5 tackles, just would not go down. Brought it back to the 42, and now there's a face mask penalty tabbed onto that. I really question the Mauston play calling there. 2nd and 17, they were pretty much forced to go to the air. Now Nekoosa with the football. Their first possession, senior quarterback Owen Linsmeyer. Looks over that Mauston defense. He has Colton Kokoka and Tarek Tuttle behind him in the backfield. Kokoka, good spin move. Look out here. Colton breaks into the free. 10, 5, touchdown, Nekoosa. Boy, they made that look easy now, didn't they? 53 yards on the first offensive play of the game for the Papermakers. And they lead 6-0 with 5:29 to play here in the first period. Mauston pretty much had that play wrapped up. Kokoka made a nice spin move to avoid a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and after that he was gone. Good start for Nekoosa. Brad Savage on to attempt the point. He drills it through. 5:29 to play, first quarter. It's now Nekoosa 7 and Mauston nothing. Mauston with 2 men back, waiting for this kick from Savage. They're stationed back at about the 10-yard line. Good driving kick by Savage, picked up by Tyler Ruff. And Ruff had a pretty good hole to shoot at there.
Tyler Ruff with the return, brought down by Dylan Bauer.
But Dylan Bauer got in the way and brings him down at about the 32-yard line. Really not a bad starting position at all. See if Mauston goes back to the ground game now. They have 3 first downs in this ballgame. Of course, Nekoosa's just run the 1 play in the quarter. And Nekoosa stiffens a bit here on first down. Short gain, if any.
Calling again with the carry brought down by Hunter Miller.
Hunter Miller in on another stop. They're going to mark the football about a yard upfield. So 2nd and 9 now for the Golden Eagles. Mauston's had some problems on the football field the last, 4 or 5 years. This looks like a little bigger and stronger, maybe even faster team than what we've seen the last couple of years. Cawley, nothing on the left side.
Miller bringing down Cawley again.
Hunter Miller in again on the stop. They mark the football right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 now coming up for Mauston. They'll throw it. Got a man. Oh, nice play in the secondary by Colton Nekoosa as he put a jolt on Brett Lubinsky. And the ball came spilling out. What a hit by Colton. Good clean hit, too. All with the pads. All in the midsection or above. Nothing near the head, but a good football tackle. So Colton now back, awaiting the punt. Mauston punting for the first time tonight. I almost think that's Tyler Ruff as the punter, but I can't quite see the number. High snap. And an end-over-end kick. Nekoosa at the 30. Not many blockers out there, Colton, but again, breaking 2 or 3 tackles.
Nekoosa on the return. Papermaker ball.
Tell you what, whatever Colton Nekoosa had for breakfast this morning, I want to have tomorrow morning for breakfast because he looks strong as an ox out there, really playing hard. Lots of energy.
Following the game, students are welcome to come into the field after the game. Free popcorn will be provided.
What was that, Jim?
Free popcorn.
Out here?
Sounds like it.
Free popcorn after the game tonight. Of course, this is on tape, so it's going to be hard for you to get down here and get some, but Tarek Tuttle. Blockers out in front. Tarek with another strong run inside the 45-yard line.
Tarek Tuttle with a run brought down by
18 yards. First time Tarek touches the football tonight. Nekoosa's first down. Tuttle in motion. They run straight ahead with Nekoosa. Again, a good cut by Colton. Lots of yardage. All the way down to the 25-yard line.
Colton Nekoosa with a run brought down by Matt Erickson.
Boy, Nekoosa ripping off some big chunks of real estate right now on the ground. Now, Nekoosa's leading rusher is Brett Merritt. He's out tonight. We will not see him tonight. Hurt his shoulder last week at Columbus. But Colton's really been coming on the last couple weeks. A couple of good games. And Tuttle's run well, too. Tarek. Nice play in the middle by number 55, Alan Hagan.
Tuttle brought down by Adam Hagan.
Hagan limits Tuttle to about 3 on the carry. Tarek just a sophomore. So we're going to see a couple more years of him on the football field. Nekoosa predominantly a senior team. Well, 90% of the starters are seniors. Tuttle outside. Look at that big opening out there. Well, he turned the corner so easily. Picks up another big game, another first down.
Papermaker first down.
Where are they going to mark the football this time? Right around the 15-yard line. So 9 yards on the carry. Ryan Liebherr brings in the play from Coach Jason Becker's bench. Nekoosa 1st and 10 from the 15. Two receivers left this time. They run that way. Hunter Miller with the football, I believe. I know, to make that Hunter Sipla.
Hunter Sipla with the carry.
Short gain that time.
Brandon Learman on the tackle.
Hunter ran a long way, but most of it was sideline to sideline. Under 2 minutes to play now in the quarter. Nekoosa driving. They lead by 7. This time Aaron Peckham brings in the play from the bench. Ball's at the 12-yard line. Second down and about 7. Everybody tight this time. Big splits, though, in that Nekoosa front line. Kokoka, big hole right side, inside the 5, battles his way toward the goal line. Didn't get there, but he did get a first down.
Papermaker first down.
Kokoka rips off another 8 yards. Nekoosa's 4th first down. Johnner Allison, the center tonight for Nekoosa. That's a bit of a change in that front line. He's over the ball. Linsmeyer hands it left side. Is that Kokoka? It is. Colton, touchdown. Nekoosa puts together a nice drive here on their second possession. They put another 6 on the board. They now lead 13-0 with 1:06 to play in the quarter. Very impressive drive. All on the ground, too, by the Papermakers. Capped by that short run by Kokoka. Savage on. He booms it through. And our howitzer down on the west end of the field tonight tells the neighborhood Nekoosa scored again. 1:06 to play, first quarter. It's now Nekoosa 14 and Mauston nothing. As the howitzer smoke clears Highland Field, Brad Savage pounds it into the ground. Cawley with the football. Probably the last guy you want returning the kick.
Cawley in the return, tackle made by Hunter Miller.
He brings it back to about the 42-yard line. So Mauston, still a minute to play here in the quarter. But now they find themselves down by 14. And I was just commenting to Jim a minute ago that this game has really changed since the beginning. Mauston was the team moving the football. Had Nekoosa on their heels defensively, and that interception has really turned things around. Short throw, but a good one.
Tyler Rupp with the reception brought down by Colton Kokoka.
I believe that was Credeville with the completion. Gain of about 6. Mauston's 2 out of 3 throwing the football for 8 yards. Of course, they've also thrown that interception to Colton Kokoka. Cawley is going to keep it this time. No, that's that's Craddockville. And he's a little bit short of the first down. They're going to mark it right at midfield. And Mauston still with about a yard to go for that first down.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Clock runs down. The first quarter is in the books. We played 1. It's Nekoosa 14 and Mauston nothing. So a pretty big play to start this second quarter. Mauston at midfield, 3rd and 1. 2 men in the backfield behind the center, and now we get a whistle, and Mauston takes another timeout. Boy, that's a mistake there. The quarter hasn't even started yet, and Mauston's using their second timeout. Papermakers, of course, in conference action next week as well. They're going to be down at Westfield on September 27th. And, of course, we'll be there and have that game for you on public access. By the way, every week during the football season on public access in Wisconsin Rapids, you can catch Nekoosa football Monday nights at 8 o'clock, Wednesday mornings at 10:30, and Saturday afternoons at 2:30 throughout the football season. You can also catch games on the internet. We have a video library. If you Google Nekoosa football, you may find it. It's a Solaris site. Or you can always get to that internet site through the Nekoosa High School site. Throwing on third down, and Cawley pulls it down, gets the first down. Peter Cawley, he's only a sophomore as well. Got some young players on this Mauston squad. And they're showing making a pretty good account for themselves here tonight. They are down 2 scores though, but they have moved the ball offensively. That's their 4th first down. First and 10. Tyler Ruff with the football. And he fights his way down inside the 35. So now Mauston looking like what they did on the first drive. Moving the football, getting some pretty good blocking up front, moving that Nekoosa front line, eliminating the penetration into the Mauston backfield. Second down at about 4. Craddockville, this time, about 2 yards.
Craddockville on the carry, brought down by Miller. 3rd and short.
Mauston's done a good job of putting themselves into 3rd and short situations also. And again, they're facing a 3rd and 1 now. Injured Nekoosa player on the field. I think that's Tristan Holden. Can't quite see the number. Yep, that's Tristan Holden. Big offensive and defensive tackle for Nekoosa. He's coming off of what looks like a leg injury. Maybe turned an ankle. It's a nice crowd a nice hand from this Nekoosa crowd. Which I tell you what, it's a pretty good crowd tonight, even with a threat of rain. And again, it was a little bit of a late developing crowd, but yeah, they've got a good turnout here at Holland Field. Mauston does as well across the way. Ruff takes it on 3rd and 1, and he's got plenty, but the ball's on the ground. Who's got it?
Was a fumble on the play.
Yeah, it looks like Mauston might have gotten that football back. And they did. No, it's Nekoosa football. Well, how about that? So Ruff had the first down easily, but put the ball on the ground, and now Nekoosa gets it back. So again, a promising drive snuffed out by a turnover. The first quarter drive ended with an interception. This, of course, with a fumble. I thought Mauston had the football because I couldn't see Nekoosa very excited out there. They just maybe they just didn't know who had the football. Kokoka on first down. Big hole, puts his head down, picks up a few more. Total of 9. And Nekoosa ground game continues to be strong. Now Nekoosa will go no huddle on 2nd and 1. And we get whistles. Movement one way or the other, it's going to be on Nekoosa. First penalty of the night.
Ball start against the Papermakers.
We've seen this no-huddle offense from Nekoosa off and on throughout the year. It really seemed effective last week, though, against Columbus in that second half. Nekoosa moved the ball well in the second half, and part of their success was due to this no-huddle. Nekoosa had several chances to win or even tie that ball game last week. And they just sort of shot themselves in the foot. Dropped a few passes or other mistakes. Tarek Tuttle, a big hole. Cross midfield. And he picks up another first down.
First down, Nekoosa.
21 quick yards for the Nekoosa sophomore. Now Nekoosa up to the line of scrimmage again without the huddle, looking to the sideline for the play. Cody Schmidt lines up right. Aaron Peckham in the slot on the right side. And Peckham gets the football running left. Aaron trying to get a block from Liebherr. Does a good job of using Ryan out there. And another big pickup for Nekoosa, down inside the 35.
Papermaker first down.
Some double-digit runs for Nekoosa. They've got 4 of them. Make that 5 of them already. In this game, runs of 53, 18, 17, 21, and now 14 yards by Peckham. From the 35, first down. Nekoosa, short gain this time. Nice play by the Mauston defender. Number 4, James Cranfield. Actually, it's James Cranfield the 4th. Second down and about 9. Pitch it. Tuttle in trouble, and he's going to lose a couple.
Derek Tuttle, brought down by Jacob Schiller.
So Mauston seems to be
Lost on the play, third down.
more than ready for this Nekoosa no-huddle offense. Nekoosa's run 2 plays. And the last 2 plays have lost a combined total of 1 yard. So now they face 3rd and 11, the ball at the 35. Definitely 4-down territory for Nekoosa. Receivers left and right. Slot receivers also, and a nice play in the backfield by number 55, Adam Hagan, as he puts down Hunter Sipla for about a 5-yard loss. Boy, this Mauston defense all of a sudden has woken up. Or is that woke up? Anyway, they're playing well. Now Nekoosa 4th and 15, and they send on the punter. Now Nekoosa did show us a fake punt a couple weeks ago against Poynette. Short snap to Peckham, but Nekoosa with 15 yards to go here, and Savage punts it away. Heads it over toward the sideline. It's going to be a heck of a punt. Nice job, Brad Savage. Sends it down inside the 10, or maybe right at the 10-yard line. 30 yards net, but it does pin Mauston back near their goal line. So the Golden Eagles with a lot of field in front of them, with 7:46 to play here in the half. Nekoosa's scores came in the first quarter. No scoring yet here in the second. Little delay as they set the chains on the far side. You know, Mauston last week won their ball game by 13, but they were outplayed. I mean, when it comes to total yards, their opponent had like 409 yards. Mauston had like 200 yards. So it's amazing that Mauston put up 36 points last week, but they did. They did get 3 interceptions against their opponent. Tonight they're moving the football pretty good, though. Who's got the football this time? Little reverse action. Ruff ended up with it. If Jim caught that one, he's a better man than I am, because I had no idea where the ball was. And Nekoosa with a good defensive play. Ruff loses about 3. They're a long ways away from us right now, so bear with me as I squint. Receiver lined up left and right. Another receiver in the slot on the right side. 3 backs behind the center. Who will he snap to this time? Straight ahead. Crackaville. And he's got a pretty good game. Out near the 15-yard line. That's Craddockville.
Third down.
He got back 6 of those yards. Lost on first down. Still third and about, well, long 5 now for Mauston. Clock ticking down, about 6:30. Play in the half. Again, 1 receiver line up wide left. 3 backs behind the center. They run left, and they're going to be short of the first down. Didn't quite make the 20. They needed about the 21.
Schiller the carrier. Tuttle the tackler.
So the Nekoosa defense with a good job. And they're going to make Mauston now punt the ball away. Nekoosa should end up with pretty good field position. Colton Kokoka back waiting for the punt. He's about at midfield. Tyler Ruff is the punter. He gets a good snap. Pretty good pressure by Nekoosa. And Ruff hits a bad kick. Had to go off the side of his foot. And rather than getting down to Kokoka at the 50, it died right at the 31. So about an 11-yard punt puts Nekoosa in great shape. Now we got to capitalize on this opportunity. 5:45 yet to play in the quarter. Nekoosa starts deep in Mauston territory. Tuttle and Kokoka behind Linsmeyer. Beckham's the slot, or the wingback, I should say. Tuttle sort of hesitated through the hole that time. Short gain.
Tuttle brought down by
Owen Finnegan
Owen Finnegan.
in on that stop. Gain of about 2. So those big holes Nekoosa was seeing in the first quarter, no longer there. Mauston stiffening that defense. Kokoka with a good run here, though. He's got first down yardage. Inside the 20, down to about the 18.
First down, Nekoosa.
Another double-digit run for Nekoosa. Ball's put in play at the 5-minute mark. First down. Colton tried to change directions, got away, and he's going to walk into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Boy, Colton Kokoka having a pretty good night. He takes it 17 yards at the 4:48 mark of the second quarter, and Nekoosa now up 20-0. So just when you think Mauston's going to get back into it, they start playing well, but they're having some problems with consistency. And Nekoosa gets some more big plays. Brad Savage through the smoke.
And the extra point is
They
good.
tell us the kick is good. 4:48 to play, first half. It's now Nekoosa 21 and Mauston nothing. Boy, you can certainly tell which way the wind's blowing tonight just by watching the smoke leave Holland Field. Nice kick by Savage, goes by Ruff, and Mauston's going to start from their own 20-yard line.
Touchback. Mauston will take over the ball at the 20. Remind everyone there's still an opportunity to get the tickets for that Afghan.
Tell you what, I've never been to a football game before where they've had
Special thank you to John Reichert for the donation.
a cannon, except for Nekoosa. So maybe that's a Guinness Book thing or something like that, huh? We should look into that. High school team with loudest cannon, Nekoosa, Wisconsin. 4:48 to play. Mauston 1st and 10. They're going to throw. Good pressure. Got away, though. And completes the pass. No, excuse me. Craddockville, short gain. Nope. Wrong again. He loses 3 on the play. But it looked like Nekoosa was going to get him about 10 yards behind line of scrimmage. But he did a good job avoiding. I think that was Dylan Bauer. I'm not sure. 2nd and 13 now for the Golden Eagles. Clock running, 4:10 to play in the half. Again, they'll throw. This time they have a completion, but it's a very short completion. 24, I believe. No, it was 44. Jacob Schiller with the catch.
3rd down.
Gain of about 2. No, Nekoosa still has 3 timeouts remaining. So plenty of time to get on the scoreboard one more time. before the half. Quarterback tries to escape the pocket this time, but Hunter Sipla cleans up Craddockville that time. And Nekoosa is going to use their first time out, I believe. 3:53 to play, first half, 21-0, Nekoosa. Tyler Ruff on to punt the football for Mauston. Gets a better kick? No, that's not much of a kick either for Ruff. Boy, he's having a tough punting night, isn't he? His last punt was about 11 yards. This one is going to be marked inside or right at the 35, so this is a 15-yard punt for Ruff. And again, Nekoosa is going to get great field position. .348 to play yet in the quarter and a half. Nekoosa with 2 timeouts remaining. Mauston has 1, by the way. One back this time behind the quarterback. Tuttle in motion, he gets the football. Tarek got a good block from Kokoka, and he's brought down by number 34,
Owen Finnegan.
after about a 5-yard pickup. They mark it at the 28. Everybody tight this time, 2 wingbacks. Actually, just 1 wingback. Cody Schmidt, the wideout, lines up tight. Tuttle. Boy, he looked like he was going to lose yardage there, too. But he still battles. Didn't want to go down at all.
Sebastian Smith had him wrapped up first.
Tuttle met 2 Mauston defenders right at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know how he just ran by those 2 guys. But he did. Picked up about 2 on the play. Xavier Vicente lines up left. Cody Schmidt right. Tuttle in the slot on the left side. Sipla in motion, he gets the football. Turns it up. Trying to get that first down yardage, and I think he got there. You're going to mark him around the 21.
James Cranfield brings down Sipla.
Which should be plenty for the first down.
First down, Papermakers.
Yeah, they mark it at the 21. So about 5 yards on the carry. New set of downs with 2:25 to play in the half. Clock is running. Wyatt Caberly back in at center now for Nekoosa. Blitz coming. Kokoka caught in the backfield. Ralph
brings down Kokoka.
Craddockville, the quarterback, offensively with the stop that time. No gain. Has Nekoosa thrown the ball at all in this game? I don't believe so either. And I'm even trying to track the stats here and see if I can trust myself. This might be throwing territory right now. 4 receivers, 2 split left, 2 right. Owen keeps it. Got a good block from Kokoka, turns it upfield, and takes it out of bounds to stop the clock. There is a flag on the play, though, and that's going to be a holding call on Nekoosa. Or a block in the back. Pick your poison. That's always a risk when you run wide. You got a lot of guys out front hustling, trying to make a block, in this case for the quarterback. Looks like the infraction took place right around the 20-yard line. So they're going to mark the football now at the 30-yard line. 10-yard penalty. Still second down, but now it's second and about 20. Actually, 19. Owen throws it this time. Tarek Tuttle with a catch. Tarek Tuttle, touchdown, Nekoosa.
Tarek Tuttle.
Boy, I tell you, the sophomore did a nice job that time. He scores at the 129 mark. Nekoosa now leads 27-0. Now Owen put the ball out there nicely for Tuttle, and Tuttle did not break stride. He grabbed that ball, concentrated on the catch, and as soon as he caught that football, he was gone. Made a good burst and goes in untouched. Brad Savage taps on extra point number 4. 1:29 to play in the half. It's now Nekoosa 28 and Mauston nothing. Nekoosa fans enjoying the ball game thus far. Their team on top by 4 scores as Savage hits a little pop fly right around the 30-yard line. That's a live ball. It's a good play by the Mauston player as he covered up right at the 30. That was number 10, Pat Cawley. Boy, Cawley seems to touch the football on every kickoff somehow. Good play there. Still a minute 27 to play in the half. See what Mauston does now. They have 1 timeout left. And they certainly don't want to turn the ball over here. And they're not a big passing team. Cawley calls the signals this time, being the middleman among the 3. He's going to throw. He makes a good throw and a good catch by number 81, Sebastian Smith. And did we get a flag in there?
Brought down by Cody Schmidt.
Cody Schmidt stopped Sebastian Smith on the play, and the clock is stopped for a penalty, I think. Sure enough. What does that penalty mean? I bet you that's too many on the field or something like that. Yeah. So Mauston's play is not going to count.
Penalty goes against Mauston.
Instead, I would assume it's a 5-yard mark-off. I really didn't see the flag at all.
Came out real late.
So they were still counting at the end of the play, huh? That came out that late. That's evidently a 10-yard penalty. Make that 15, then park it all the way back to the 15-yard line. They're still going to throw. Kakoka breaks it up. It looked like he was trying to tip that ball maybe to his teammate, Xavier Vicente. I'll tell you, Mauston living a bit dangerously here. For some reason, the clock was still running. So the score, or the timer, isn't thinking about Nekoosa's best here, is he? I don't know if they're going to change the clock or not. The referee talking to the back judge, who was the man that has the time on the field. And they may end up telling the press box here to put a few more seconds on the clock. It's supposed to be a cold night tonight, get down to like 43, I read. But right now, it's just beautiful. It's probably high 50s yet. Of course, I'm inside. That does make a difference. But looks like all the fans are comfortable in front of us.
103 back up.
So they did reset the clock to 1 minute and 3 seconds. Second down and 25, back to the ground. Number 23 with a football. That's a new face, Brandon Learman. And did he go out of bounds?
Learman with the carry, Colton Kakulka on the tackle, another flag.
Another flag on the field. Again, one of those wide plays. This could easily be a block in the back or a hold now on Mauston. And tell you what, Mauston better be careful. There's still 54 seconds to play. Oh, that's on Nekoosa. Was that a
Penalties against Nekoosa.
Hit to the head, maybe? Is that what that's supposed to mean? So I guess Mauston does not have to worry now. They're going to get a first down, plus pick up another 15 yards from the end of that run by Learman. Officials working overtime here the last few minutes of this half. Otherwise, it's been pretty quiet. It's Nekoosa's third penalty
Penalty was helmet to helmet.
and a half. It cost the Papermakers 30 yards in those 2 quarters. And is it first down?
Time out on the field.
Now Nekoosa takes a timeout. How about that? 54 seconds to play in the half. Second down and 9. Ball at the 31-yard line. Cawley looks for a receiver. Downfield, good coverage, Cody Schmidt. As he was defending against Brandon Learman.
Cody Schmidt back in coverage. Third down.
Cawley really put that ball in a spot where no one could catch it. Which isn't a bad play under these circumstances. Third down now, still 47 seconds to play. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. So we're going to find out if Nekoosa uses that timeout if they get a stop here. Cawley calls out the signals this time. 1 man in the backfield next to him. Cawley's going to throw. Good pass rush and an interception. How about that? Flag on the field. Came in after the play.
By Justin Mortel, another flag on the play.
Martell with the interception. Personal foul on Nekoosa probably after the change in possession, I think. Hunter Sipla evidently got the flag. Now it's going to be interesting to see who. It is Nekoosa's football, but now they are 15 yards back from that starting point. And like I say, a rash of penalties here late in the half. So instead of starting at the 25, Nekoosa backed up to the 40. There's 40.7 seconds to play. See what Nekoosa does now. They've thrown the ball once tonight at 29 yards between Linsmeyer and Tuttle for a score. 4 receivers, 1 back behind the quarterback. Quick throw. I believe that's Hunter Miller with the football, and Hunter takes it for about 9.
Fanukin on the tackle.
Fanukin with the stop. Nekoosa takes a timeout. That's their last timeout of the half. So we'll see what how Nekoosa pursues this now. They do have a fine kicker in Brad Savage. And we've seen Savage knock down a 38-yard field goal this year. I believe that was in game 1 against Amro. It's only the only field goal attempt of the year, I think, for Brad, but gives you some idea how strong his leg is. That kick against Amro would have been good from 45. So given that, Nekoosa needs to get the football down somewhere around the 30-yard line. The 30-yard line are in. Really no breeze here tonight to speak of. So that's not a factor. Yeah, see the Nekoosa volleyball girls got a win last night. Congratulations to them as they topped Westfield 3-1 in a match played here in Nekoosa. I haven't seen a whole lot about the cross-country team this year. I assume they're having a lot of success, but even if they're not, they're in great shape. Second down and 2. They run it. Tuttle. Tarek Tuttle breaks into the clear, and he is dragged down by Cawley. Boy, Cawley, I don't know how he did that. It looks like he grabbed him either by the pants or he got a really good grip on Tarek's shirt. But the ball down near the 10-yard line. And what did they do on first down? They just spiked the ball to stop the clock. Now, Jim, doesn't this make you think of the Wisconsin game the other day, huh? If you're a Mauston player, try jumping on the football and laying there for 10 seconds. It may work as the clock winds down. Well, I'm sure these officials are much sharper than what we saw last week in that UW game. So Nekoosa can run it, they can throw it. They've still got some options here. They just have to make sure they stop the clock if they're tackled in play. Owen got a man wide open? No. Boy, he had a man wide open early. That was Hunter Miller. Did he catch that football? He did catch that football. Holy cow. I thought the ball was behind him. Nice catch by Miller. And there's a personal foul, or should be. But I don't see a flag coming out. Mauston player just took a cheap shot on Linsmeyer. And that should have been a personal foul also. Procedure penalties on Nekoosa. No doubt about that. But there should be another penalty. And the whistle was easily heard here. And the hit came after that. So another penalty against the Papermakers. Makes it now 3rd and 7, and the clock's running. Nekoosa needs to throw it here. And Linsmeyer just fires it into the ground. And I think we're going to see the field goal team. And Coach Jason Becker sends them out there. Mauston, by the way, coached by Mr. Roland Lehman. Jason, of course, Jason Becker in his first year here at Nekoosa. So the field goal team is on. Owen Linsmeyer, the holder. Colton Kokoka is the center, or the snapper, and Brad Savage will attempt to kick. And that one went awry. Either the hold or the kick, but the kick sails left, no good. So Nekoosa comes up empty on this last attempt. And probably could blame themselves for that. Penalties really hurt them. Still 5 seconds to play. In a half, I would think Mauston would come out and just take a knee. Because there's a lot of people here hungry. And they want to blitz the concession stand in the next few seconds. I couldn't believe the lines at the concession stand last time we were here at Holland Field. At halftime. It was an eye-opener. Finally marked the football at the 20-yard line. And Mauston actually has a quarterback under center. No, it was a long snap to Cauley, and he dives right. Picks up a couple, and the first half comes to an end. So Nekoosa working on some good plays in the half. A lot of good runs. And a pretty good D. They have an advantage, no doubt about it. Our score at halftime, Nekoosa 28 and Mauston nothing.
That kid's got wheels. All right, next, the Nekoosa Junior Pee Wee Blue Team. All right, the Nekoosa Pee Wees. That's awesome. All right, the Nekoosa 7th grade team. And finally, 1 year removed from the high school, the 8th grade team. Everyone in Nekoosa would like to thank all of our youth coaches and youth parents for their continued support. One last round of applause for all of the players.
Two more quarters of football coming up tonight. Nekoosa leading Mauston 28-0 at halftime. All Nekoosa in the first half. Colton Nekoosa with a big half. He scores 3 times. A 53-yard run in the first quarter, 3-yard run in the first quarter, and a 17-yard scamper in quarter number 2. The other score for the Papermakers, well, that came on a 29-yard pass. Owen Linsmeyer to Tarek Tuttle. Again, Nekoosa leading 28-0 at the break. Statistically, Nekoosa definitely with an advantage. Papermakers have rushed the football 23 times for 238 yards. And that comes out to, obviously, a little over 10 yards per carry. Not a bad average. Nekoosa threw the ball really just one time. I say really just one time because Owen Linsmeyer put the ball on the ground a few times. I mean, spiked the ball into the ground. It's killed the clock late in the half. Owen finishes 1 out of 3 for 29 yards. So getting Nekoosa with 267 yards of total offense. Mauston, well, they rushed the ball 24 times compared to Nekoosa's 26 or 23. Which was that? 23. Well, they could only chalk up 59 yards. So about a 2.5 yard average for Mauston on the ground. Throwing the football, well, the quarterback was 4 out of 5, which is good, but only for 10 yards. And Mauston also threw a couple of interceptions. Mauston also put the ball on the ground once. They fumbled the ball away to Nekoosa, so Nekoosa the benefactor of 3 turnovers in that first half. All set to go. Mauston has it teed up. I believe that's number 22, Dominic Spinelli. Puts his foot to it. And here comes Cody Schmidt. Breaks the tackle and thrown out of bounds at the 42. Of course, Cody broke a kickoff return a couple weeks ago against Poinette. That was very similar right there. Caught the ball on the run. Got going downfield on the same sideline, and Mauston puts him down at the 42. 28-0 our score. Nekoosa sets the offense for the first time in a half. Tuttle and Nekoosa behind the quarterback Linsmeyer. Wingback Peckham on the left side. They run left. Colton, big hole. Colton into the clear. Colton, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Touchdown, Colton Nekoosa.
Colton Nekoosa scores for the 4th time tonight. This one coming at the 11:41 mark of the third quarter, 69 yards. Nekoosa now leads 34-0. Boy, is he having a night, huh? Make that a 59-yard run. Brad Savage on to attempt the point. And little movement up front. And it's going to be a procedure penalty on Nekoosa.
All right, let me read off that ticket number. 718.
So we're going to try it again, this time from 5 yards further back.
718-7810. Mike Cummins in the north end zone with that Afghan.
Ball is down. The kick hit the upright and did not go through.
Just off the upright.
So the kick is no good. 11:41 to play, third quarter. It's now Nekoosa 34 and Mauston nothing. Savage puts a foot to it. Sebastian Smith with the football, and he's dragged down by Dylan Bauer. Along with number 3, Brett Gersmal, and a few other Nekoosa friends. Good coverage by the Nekoosa special team. So Mauston puts it in play. Now trailing 34-0. It's sort of a surprise to see that Mauston only had, 59 yards on the ground in that first half, because they started out the game with 3 consecutive first downs, all on the ground. And they'll start the second half on the ground. Cawley A lot of room on the right side. He battles his way close to a first down.
Tech call leading the ball carrier. Aaron Peckham with the tackle.
Aaron Peckham made the stop, but not until Cawley had picked up about 7. One receiver split wide right. 2 backs behind the center. And a good play by Dylan Bauer. They tried to run the ball straight through the middle that time with number 15, Ralph Craddockville. Craddockville was met before he could get any momentum forward. Loss of 2.
The backfield, third down.
They need about 5. They shift left. Again, Nekoosa very disciplined on defense. And they run left. Nothing. Hunter Sipla in on the stop along with number 53, Dylan Bauer.
Sipla and Bauer in on the tackle. Fourth down.
And it's quickly punt time for Mauston. Boy, 7 yards on first down. They end up 4th and 5. Consistency. This time number 20. I think that's number 20. I don't have a 20 in the program here, though. Back to punt. And he hits a nice spiral. Taken by Nekoosa. 40. Midfield. Down the sideline. Colton does it one more time. How about that, huh? 70 yards.
Touchdown.
Punt return. And Colton Nekoosa is having the game of his life here tonight. 9:32 to play now in the third. And it's Nekoosa 40 and Mauston nothing. And they're going to run out of shells soon down there in that howitzer station. As Nekoosa really lighting up the scoreboard. Yeah, it seems to happen every time the howitzers here. Nekoosa scores a lot. Maybe that's just incentive. I'm not sure. Oh, one official just getting down the field now. That's what we're waiting on. So we're going to try it again. Savage on to attempt the point. This time everything looks real good as Savage booms it into the night. 9:32 to play, third quarter. It's Nekoosa 41 and Mauston nothing. Brad Savage again puts it in play, a little nubber. Nekoosa working on a few different things here, I think, with the kickoff team. Good play made by a Mauston player, number 15.
Under the stars. Students are invited to remain after the game tonight.
Craddockville, the quarterback, returns it up to the 45-yard line.
Following the game, students are encouraged to grab blankets and lawn chairs and.
I tell you, Colton having a heck of a second half. We've only played 2.5 minutes. And Nekoosa with a 59-yard touchdown run from scrimmage and a 70-yard punt return in that little bit of time. Cawley's going to throw it down the field. Had a target, number 81, Sebastian Smith. The ball was behind Smith. So Mauston second down now. Clock running. Wisconsin football, high school football, has a running clock rule after a 35-point margin in the second half. So the clock will continue to run unless there is a timeout called or a score or an injury, which would be a timeout. Cawley around the right side. Short gain of about 3.
Cawley the carrier.
Sipla in on the stop,
On the tackle.
along with Trent Layton. Third and long. You know, I made the comment back in the first quarter how Mauston was doing such a good job of establishing themselves in the first 2 plays of the drive or the possession. Third and short several times. Now it's third and long quite often for the Golden Eagles. 3rd and 8 here. Cawley kept it, broke a tackle, and got down near the 45-yard line, probably a little bit over, make that midfield.
Chroniqueville with the carry.
Numbers on Holland Field on the grass, a little bit faded tonight. So it's not easy to pick up the yard line all the time. I thought I saw someone out here last night painting, but I'm not sure where that would have been. I don't see any evidence of it on the field. Mauston's going to go 4th down and about 4. Cawley, ball's on the ground. I think Mauston got it back. I think Tyler Ruff fell on it, but he's still short of the 1st down. They needed to get to the 45. Ruff recovered the fumble at about the 46 or 7. So Nekoosa football.
Down to Papermaker football.
As the offense hits the field one more time. Boy, they have been explosive, haven't they? I think Colton Kokoka's made a pretty good step toward being named an all-conference player tonight. This being the first conference game. Of course, we have 4 more to play. And Nekoosa not messing around. They've got all kinds of new faces out there in the game. At quarterback number 12, Brandon Kundert. With the football is number 26, Sam Tweedy. And I tell you what, Sam does a pretty good job, doesn't he, on his first carry? But there's a hold on the call. It's coming back. Tweedy with a good run, though. I bet you that felt good, huh? He's all loosened up now. Where was the flag at? The flag's at about the 49. So instead of a 25-yard run, that's a 10-yard penalty marked off from the 49. So Nekoosa is going to start now. 1st down from their 39, 1st and about 16. Kundert, the quarterback. Olson and Tweedy behind him. This is Jared Olson. His first carry. Jared, a 5'11", 140-pound sophomore running back.
Jared Olson, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Owen Fadukin.
Owen Fadukin on the stop. Clock running. We're down to about 4:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And Nekoosa very slow trying to get the play into the game. Kundert over talking to one of the Nekoosa coaches right now. And they're going to have to hustle it up. 5 seconds, 4, and they're not going to get it off. So Nekoosa takes a timeout. 4:27 to play, 3rd quarter, 41-0. Nekoosa has it all sorted out. They're ready to go now on 2nd down and 14. Kundert is going to throw. Not much time, and throw is incomplete. Under a lot of pressure that time. Brent Gershenwell was out there.
The intended receiver.
But the ball really didn't get close to Brett.
Incomplete. 3rd down.
So now 3rd down coming up. Kundert came over to the Nekoosa bench again to get the play. Nekoosa in good shape this time as they just marked the ball in play right now. I don't think there's a starter left in the ball game right now for Nekoosa. I think this was pretty much a JV team they have out there. Tweedy runs right again, makes a good cut, and is met a couple yards downfield by number 34, Owen Fadukin. So the punt team comes back on. This will be the 1st team punt unit. I think it was Matt McDonald that punted for Nekoosa in one of the ball games. Let's see who they have out there now. They're short a player. Xavier Facente comes on. Yep, it's Matt McDonald, number 25. He'll do the punting. Well, that'd be something. It would be fun to see Kaylee Jensen get into the ball game and let her show off her kicking skills. She's a kicker, not a punter. For some reason, the clock has stopped. I don't know why that is. Still stopped. And evidently they're having technical difficulties. I don't know what that would mean. So the punt rolls dead around the 25-yard line. Now the clock just went off, which is really bad news. I think they just rebooted the clock in the room next to us. Because it's showing us the time of day out there now at 8:36 and nothing else. I can vividly remember there was 3:19 on that clock just a few minutes ago. So we're going to sort out these technical difficulties, 41-0. Clock sorted out. It's running now, 2:55 to play. Mauston 1st and 10 from the 20. Who's got the football? Number 15 ended up with that football.
Tackle made by Matt McDonald.
Craddockville picks up about 6. Matt McDonald came up to make the stop. And just like the offensively now, Nekoosa with lots of new faces defensively. Long snap. Good hole. And a saving tackle that time by number 20, Clay Lieber. As number 34, Owen Fadukin takes it for a first down out to about the 37-yard line. One man split right. Quarterback under center? No. There's a long snap again. Fadukin one more time. Fadukin, a 5'11", or make that 5'7", 175-pound junior.
Tackle made by Andrew Harris.
I don't see a whole lot of seniors on this roster for Mauston. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a handful, 5 seniors. So it's a very young Mauston team. 2nd and 7. The ball at about the 40. Fadukin again. Clay Lieber again makes the play deep into the secondary. Fadukin with a nice run of about 13 yards.
Clay Lieber.
Clay Lieber,
First down, Golden Eagle.
5'7", 135, and we're questioning both 5'7" and 135. But he's a tough football player, tough baseball player as well, and a tough wrestler, I assume. First and 10, 46-yard line. Craddockville that time. Stopped by McDonald and number 89, David Darr.
Jacob Schiller with the carry. Tag team tackle by David Darr.
We're down to 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Boy, Matt McDonald, he's just a fan favorite, isn't he? He doesn't own that McDonald's chain, does he? Is that every time you hear Matt McDonald, we get a cheer from the audience. 44 with a carry, Jacob Schiller. And Schiller fights his way for a first down. There's a flag on the play. And I'm not sure why the clock stopped again. There it goes. Procedure penalty, but we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Penalty on the play.
And I assume they're just going to mark this off and go to the other end. I'm pretty sure the third quarter can end on a penalty. But we'll stick it out.
Penalty against Mauston.
So the ball was at the 41. It's going to be marked back to about the 46. And that is the end of the third quarter.
End of the quarter.
We played 3. It's Nekoosa 41 and Mauston nothing. Fourth quarter underway. A little reverse to start the period. Boy, someone made a good play there. Who is that? Let's get that number. It's got a 5 in it. 75. Andrew Harris
Finelli with the carry.
brought down Finelli, and I tell you what,
Andrew Harris with the tackle.
Harris doesn't make that play. I think that's a score. Nice job. Couple on the play, third down and about 7. As Mauston shifts again, and this time they caught Nekoosa jumping. And that's the purpose of that whole shift, is to get the defense leaning. They tried it about 3 times with the first team out there. No bites, but the JV defense gives up the 5 yards. So now it's 3rd and 2. Finucane. Nice gain. That's certainly a first down inside the 30-yard line.
Finucane with the carry.
Boy, Finucane getting a lot of carries here late in the game.
Jared Olson in on the tackle.
Jared Olson with a stop for Nekoosa. Remember, Nekoosa had Westfield next Friday night. That's going to be a big game. Westfield has been playing pretty well, and they started 2-0. Now they're 2-2. Hope to see you down there. Craddockville. Little spin move to start that play.
Kradovic with the carry. Tackle made by Trent Gehring.
Trent Gehring in on the stop. But it's 2nd down. 2nd down and about 6. Schiller. Close to a first down. He's got the first down inside the 20.
Carrier.
I mentioned Mauston's a young team. They don't really have a whole lot of numbers. You look at that sideline over there, unless they're all bunched up where I can't see them. And that's been a problem in Mauston for quite a few years. And years ago, Mauston used to have a legion out for football. Jared Olson with a nice play as he busts into the backfield.
In the backfield and brings down Jacob Schiller.
And brings down Schiller for a loss. Where's Jared playing out there? Looks like he's a outside linebacker on the left side. Nekoosa with 4 down linemen, 4 backers, and 3 in the secondary. 2nd and about 13. They run the counter play. Dominic Spinelli. And again, Nekoosa defenses it pretty darn well. As the scrum finally finishes there.
Spinelli with the carry.
And now it's 3rd down and long for the Golden Eagles. I don't anticipate them throwing the football, but you never know.
Austin Spang in on the tackle.
Austin Stang made the last stop for Nekoosa. Again, the shift, looking for a cheap 5 yards. They run it. Schiller is going to be short of the first down. Stopped outside the 10.
Schiller the carrier.
They need to get down to about the 7 for a first down. New faces in the ball game again for Nekoosa,
Defensive line.
including Brett Sutherland, 5'8", 130-pound sophomore. So everybody's seeing the field tonight for Nekoosa. 4th down and about 6. Make that 5. Schiller again. Off the left side, he's going to be close. I think he's got it.
David Darr again brings down Schiller.
David Darr with the stop. They haven't moved the sticks yet. And they won't. Nekoosa did prevent the first down. Papermaker defense comes through.
Turnover on down.
As
Papermaker
Mauston
football.
runs out of downs. 7:30 yet to play in the game. And the Nekoosa offense back out there. Brandon Kundert still the quarterback for Nekoosa. I see Lieber for 1 on the field, so he'll be one of the backs. Along with Tweedy, I believe. Sam Tweedy. Kundert hands it off to Tweedy. He's got some room if he can get outside. And couldn't get there. Good play by number 20.
Sam Tweedy the carrier. Brought up by Brandon Learman.
Brandon Learman, number 23 with a stop. Boy, it looked like Tweedy might have a big play there to begin with. Nice play by the defensive back. Tweedy did pick up 3, though, 2nd and about 7. Ball's on the ground. I'm not sure what happened there. Was that a pass or a lateral? It was ill-advised, whatever it was. And I believe Nekoosa covered it up. Either Olsen or number 26, Tweedy.
Football.
Oh no, Mauston did get the football. I'm sorry, that's twice I've screwed up on fumble calls tonight. Just so slow in coming. So Nekoosa turns it over in bad territory, inside their own 10-yard line. And again, I couldn't even tell you what the play was. I just saw the football come out. It almost looked like it was a backward pass. But I'm not sure. So Mauston knocking at the door from the 6. Schiller got outside. He gets to the corner. Touchdown.
Golden Eagle.
Mauston. Jacob Schiller takes it 6 yards.
Jacob Schiller with the run.
And Mauston on the board at the 5:31 mark of this fourth quarter. It's now 41-6, Nekoosa. Mauston will go for 2, I would think. It's a 35-point game right now. They take it straight ahead, and Schiller is met, and he is stopped short of the goal line.
Conversion is stopped.
Nice play by the Nekoosa defense as they thwart the extra point attempt. 5:31 to play. Nekoosa 41 and Mauston 6. Mauston kicks it away. I wonder if they'll kick it short here. No, they kick it long. And I think that's Cody Schmidt with the football. Sort of lost his blockers, but breaks a tackle by a lot of Mauston pursuit, and Cody goes down at about the 25-yard line. Tyler Ruff in on the stop. So the Papermaker offense back on the field. Clock still running, as it's still a 35-point margin at 41-6. I think there's actually new faces even going into the game now. So Nekoosa really going deep tonight. You know, these young kids need varsity experience because next year they're going to be counted on to lead this varsity. Kundert. Tweedy gets outside. Tweedy with a good run. Close to a first down.
Sam Tweedy with a run.
So the sophomore is showing a little bit of speed there as he's brought down at the 34-yard line, about a yard away from the sticks. Sutherland brings the play in from the Nekoosa bench. Wing back on the left side, everybody tight. Kundert handed it off to Olsen, and he's wrapped up in the backfield.
Jared Olsen, the carrier.
I think that was
by Adam Hagan.
Adam Hagan with the stop. Mauston still with their first-line players out there, for the most part. Now Nekoosa still looking for that first down. Now they're 2 yards away. I'm looking Tweedy wide here. He's going to run wide. And here he comes. Gets a good block. Can he get the corner? No. And he's hit once, twice, and third time he goes down. Good pursuit by Mauston.
Tweedy with the carry. Tackle made by Matt Erickson.
Matt Erickson with a stop. Punt team should come on. I'm not sure. I don't see it happening right now. Why would Nekoosa be going here 4th and 3? Well, why not, huh? Fourth and 3. Tweedy right, cuts it up. And a flag on the play. I think that's going to be a hold. Tweedy did not make it to the first down yardage. Probably lost a yard or two. And that holding penalty will be declined, so Mauston's going to get the football back. Clock still running, about 2:25 to play. And Mauston's offense back on the field. Well, Nekoosa certainly off to a good start in defending that conference championship tonight. 4 more weeks of conference play to go. Mauston on first down at the 30. Craddockville throwing it downfield. He had a man open and just overthrew him. It's either 27, 37, or 17. I'm not sure. That was 87. Alex Barreau, the intended receiver. Second down. One receiver lines up right this time. Everybody tight otherwise. They run the counter play. Or a little reverse. And again, Nekoosa makes a good play from the secondary. Who said? That was number 10, Brett Sutherland, that came up to make a good hit in the backfield.
Brett Sutherland in on the tackle.
Brett, not a big guy either, but he sure looked like a tiger with that tackle. Nice play by Brett.
Next week, the Papermakers head off to Westfield. Friday night, Westfield. Head on down to support the Papermakers.
40 seconds to play. Third down and 10 now for the Golden Eagles. Craddockville puts it out there. Underthrows it, and there's Matt McDonald. McDonald down the left sideline.
Interception by
takes it out of play, and he takes a hit out of bounds as well. Not a good play by number 66. Let's give his name, Alex Nelson. Really uncalled for. And when they figure out this penalty, or by the time they figure out this penalty, the game is going to be over as the clock continues to run. That wraps it up tonight here at Highland Field. This ball game is over.
For all of our players.
And Nekoosa opens up the South Central Conference season in style. Waiting for one more howitzer shot. There it is. As they top Mauston 41-6. Congratulations, Jason Becker, all the Nekoosa coaches, and of course the Nekoosa players. And a very good effort here tonight against Mauston. Nekoosa now 1-0 in the conference. Mauston 0-1. Overall, Nekoosa improves to 4-3. Make that 4-1 on the year. And Mauston slips to 2-3. Nekoosa started slowly in this ball game. Mauston moved the football early in the first quarter, but they turned it over, and that was the opening Nekoosa was looking for. Colton Kakoka scored on the first play of scrimmage for the offense back in quarter number 1, a 53-yard run. Brad Savage's kick gave Nekoosa a 7-0 lead. Colton got in the end zone one more time in the quarter, this time at the 106 mark, a 3-yard run. Savage kick made it 14-0 Papers after one period. Kakoka got touchdown number 3, a 17-yard run early in the second quarter to make it 21-0. And Nekoosa capped off the first half scoring with an Owen Linsmeyer 29-yard pass to Tarek Tuttle. Savage's kick made it 28-0 at halftime. It didn't take long for Nekoosa to strike in the second quarter, as Colton Kakoka took it 59 yards from scrimmage at the 11:41 mark. And Nekoosa led at that point 34-0. Colton's night was not done. Next time he touched the ball was on a punt return, 70 yards to the end zone for Kakoka. Savage's kick made it 41-0. Mauston got a consolation touchdown in the fourth period, the only scoring in the period, a 6-yard run by Jacob Schiller. Our final 41-6 Nekoosa. Looking forward to next week. The Papermakers hit the road for the second time on the air. They will visit Westfield. So Nekoosa at Westfield next Friday, September 20th. Make that September 27th. And of course, we'll be down there to bring you that ball game on public access. Remember, ball games on public access 3 times a week. 8 o'clock Monday nights, 10:30 Wednesday morning, and 2:30 on Saturday afternoons. It's going to wrap it up for us. I want to thank Jim Allen for his fine work tonight. My name is Tom Kirst, and we both want to thank you so much for joining us and encourage you to do so again. Join us next time for Nekoosa Sports.